All right, Guardians.
Playoffs? Playoffs?
Oh, hold on, Dennis. I'm gonna need you to turn your mic down a little bit.
Sorry.
Wee bit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, playoffs. There we go. We're good.
Playoffs?
Playoffs. There we go.
Not
Ladies
even a
and
play-in
gentlemen,
game.
I want to start this off with two things. Thanks for a great season, guys. It's been awesome. We kept this pod going for a long time, so I want to congratulate you two. I want to apologize to the team because I wrote you guys off 3 months ago. To be completely honest,
So do we all.
but we're gonna before we get there, like, share, and subscribe. Dallas Guardians on everything. DallasBearGuardians.com. Follow us on socials. Sign up for our newsletter so we can get in communication with you guys. But we're gonna jump right into it. Record of the day. Who wants to go first? I think we did Dennis last time, so Hubert, you jump on.
All right, today I picked one of my favorite albums that nobody talks about for some reason. It's They Only Come Out at Night from the Edgar Winter Group. One of the most haunting covers you'll ever run into. But this album's incredible. It's their debut album. They had a track, I think Frankenstein went gold on it. And if I remember correctly, I could be wrong, fact check me on that one, is that this was the first record to record a synth.
With a synthesizer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What year was
Edgar Winter's awesome. Definitely one of the better early rockers. Definitely didn't shy away from the fact that like rock wasn't just a white people thing. And definitely I think shared some respect there. But yeah, good rock. Make some stuff that wasn't normal at the time for that. Definitely tried to get away from the Clapton and all that kind of stuff and try to do their own thing. So please look up Edgar Winter Group. They only come out at night. Ignore the album cover if you need to.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a note. I'm gonna make a note about that when I bring up my artist. But Dennis, you go ahead and jump on.
Yeah, we're gonna bust out 1985's smash hit, self-titled, "Ready for the World."
Oh, nice! Look at the Jerry curls, my man.
Yeah, buddy, let's go.
Somehow the Jerry curl mullet always works every
Like
single
that.
time.
This is a cool one. This is another one I have still in its original packaging. This is just it's in great shape. It's the original 1985 press. A little beat up around the edges a little bit, but it's
what's a song from there you recommend?
This is, I mean, of course, the smash hit off this is "Oh Sheila."
Oh, she. Oh, okay, I see you.
You see where I'm at, right?
Yeah. I got you.
Oh, Sheila rhymes with Altamira, which is the track I would recommend for mine that I forgot to say.
For yours, there you go. I was like, no, that's a fire record. That's definitely a clean the house on Sunday record.
Absolutely.
100%. What, Marcus? What are you cleaning the house to this weekend?
You
want to come over and clean my house this Sunday?
No.
Yeah,
Slavery's over, sir. Slavery's over. Anyway,
I wasn't going. I was going to pay you for it. Okay, I was going to pay you for it. But okay.
No, I'm joking. We're all good. I do want to mention. So, no, we're good. What Hubert said. No, the banter is great, guys. What Hubert said earlier about like early rock and roll. I got in a debate earlier about why, like, African American community don't respect Elvis, and this is the reason why. Because Elvis copied. If you know anything about the legend who is Chuck Berry here, this is his greatest hits. This is from the Chess Records era. If you want to watch the movie Cadillac Records, has Yassine Bey in it. What my favorite rapper / actor. Shout out to Will Smith. This album is absolutely fire. I recommend Johnny Be Good is always a good one.
Can't go wrong.
And No Particular Place to Go is really a good rock album. But yeah, this guy actually I think
Chuck, it's your cousin Marvin Berry.
Hey, listen to this. We won't stand for the erasure that was claiming that white people invented rock.
Yeah, but no, this is really dope. And I think him and what is the boxer's name? Who's the Great White Hope boxer? My man, can't remember.
Yeah, anyway, I can't even remember either.
They were so powerful. They used the Mann Act. That's how they got Chuck Berry the hell out of here for transporting a minor across state lines. It was a white minor, but minor all the same. So
it wasn't. It wasn't John Sullivan, right? That's way further back.
That was way further back. But yeah, so Chuck Berry, we're good. History lesson with your music. Is that what we're going for here?
Hey,
I was making it back to the future reference, but
no, it was a beautiful reference. But if you want to compare Chuck Berry to Elvis,
yes.
Which
no, I'm not comparing.
No. I'm saying there are people that do, and I just want to say Chuck Berry did it all with oppression on his back, all the same stuff. And on top of that, Chuck Berry wasn't a wannabe cop, so
exactly the feds.
Stick to that one.
But yeah, no, shout out to Chuck Berry. Shout out to all these records. They're going to be in the comment section if you want to look up these recommendations. I tried to put those there. All right, so we're gonna eat some crow here for well, me personally, I'm gonna eat some crow here for a little bit because I never thought it was possible.
Never doubted it
We
for a second.
oh for sure. Let's play back some of those.
Run it
Times.
back, run it back, run
Yeah,
it back.
yeah. We were trying to fight for eighth spot for a playing game, and because Portland sucks, Portland actually helped us for once. Can you absolutely?
Yeah, that's
believe,
shocking.
We ended up in seventh, where we don't have to do the playing game, but we're going to talk about the game first before we talk about. So, A, was it a red card? Was there a defender there for cover? And B, does that take away from the performance? The fact that we played 80-ish minutes with a man up, and for large stretches of that, we didn't look like the best team. So yeah, go ahead, Dennis.
Before we dive into all of that, I've got 3 words for you: Super Sam Sarver.
No doubt, no
That's
doubt.
it. That's the tweet. That's the tweet. Hit send.
Our
Yeah,
Lord and Sarver.
Our
Yeah,
Lord and Sarver.
That's blasphemous, sir. Blasphemous. I will say he's trying to prove me wrong because I've basically said that they're trying to Paxton him, and I don't
He
want
is
that to
trying
happen.
real hard to prove us wrong on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's just because I saw what happened to Paxton. And there's been lots of young players who came through that the world was put on their shoulders.
Yeah.
And then it didn't work out. But the guy, he's got, if nothing else, he has an engine. So
he's got an engine, and he's got an incredible spirit, and he's got a fight in him that I have not seen from many on this squad.
For sure.
I think having an engine is really nice, as long as they can keep doing it right. You got to stay fit. Obviously, an engine tends to have a much shorter career, but if you get a good, solid contract and a half out of that, great. Hopefully, develop some other skills that he can use beyond just being, super energetic and everything. Which he definitely has some. But yeah, love having an engine. Worried about longevity when you're just an engine, though.
Although I'm going to be negative Nancy here. Maybe North Texas was the one. Never mind. We'll talk about that later. So,
I mean, that's worth talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So here are the stats. 2 goals. I mean, the clearances. I mean, this is the first graphic they put. Duels won, all that stuff. It was a good game. We won. We got some help from Portland without our 2 big guns, which is the big thing. We'll talk about here in a second whether or not we can beat Vancouver 3 out of 4 times, because that's what it's lining up to be here. I guess it would be. We'd have to beat them 3.
Yeah, you'd have to win 3. Yep.
We need to win 3 out of 4, including the one we just did win.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, Dennis, who wants to start? What were your thoughts about the game? The red card, the stupid penalty, the center backs. We need to fire all of them, is my opinion. But go ahead, Dennis. What do you?
Just think? On that, can I go first?
Yeah.
Okay, Hubert, go ahead.
All right. So I was at the watch party at Community, and I had just turned around, looked at Massey, I think it was behind me, or Cameron, whoever it was, and I said, "Man, I really hate how far back or forward Abubakar keeps playing, because if he messes something up, ain't no way someone's recovering." And then a minute later, the thing where he heads it and then it goes way out and the guy outruns him and he takes the guy out and gives him a penalty happened. So, I mean, it was exactly what I thought would happen happened. I'm not saying that I'm good at predicting that stuff, but that's how obvious it was, is what I'm saying, that something was going to go wrong.
If you are, can I get the lottery number here?
Yeah, no, that ain't me. But it was just so obvious that was going to happen. Like, embarrassingly obvious. Like, he was on their side of the field, center circle.
Yeah.
For multiple plays before that, with like, who you got? Ibby trying to recover if there's a mess up?
I will say, I think that is by design. Not that I agree with it, but I think that is by design. I think it is the system that Quill has built when they go 3 at the back like that with the 2 wing backs. I think it is designed for one of those center backs to get forward and get a little bit up more into the attacking, at least half of the field. So
yeah,
you really don't want it to be Osaze, because he is your end all be all defender, right? He is your last line of defense before the keeper, right? He's supposed to be back there almost playing a sweeper role. So and it's not Ibiaga because he is not fast enough to get back, right? So in this situation where you're running out Abubakar, it has to be Lawless, and I don't think he's the guy for that. I think he was clearly outplayed, clearly outclassed the entire match, and I think it was a problem, and it's going to be a problem for the next 3 games.
I mean, it goes back to we need to upgrade the center backs, as everyone already knows. Yeah.
Yeah. So I will call back here. Jack Johnson was the heavyweight champ I was talking about. With the man forgot about.
Embarrassed to not remember Jack Johnson, actually.
I know, right? That's anyway. Which is funny because Most Def rap, one of his rap name was Black Jack Johnson, which I always thought was funny because Jack
so
Johnson
good.
was black.
Awesome.
Anyway, yeah. So my issue with that goal by Abubakar is that it was the exact same problem Asaze had the game before. Why are you trying to head the ball when it's shoulder high? That doesn't make any sense to me. You're trying to head the ball down, especially when you're that tall.
Yeah,
I don't get it. Like chest the ball, let the ball bounce, use your body. That's twice now.
You're taught to not let the ball touch the ground of the box in that situation.
Well, no, it wasn't in the box. It was way out.
I must be misremembering them.
No. So Saturday last game, it was the same thing. He was way out trying to play the ball. The ball bounced. It was shoulder high. Why you had the ball shoulder high, I don't understand personally. That's what your shoulders are for. But either way, he's not fast enough to recover. He's not smart enough to be like, I'll just run you to the end line.
Oh, you're talking about Abubakar. My bad. I thought you were talking about a different thing in this game. My bad.
No. I was talking about the previous game.
My bad. Ignore what I said.
I'm talking about Abubakar. It's like you're not fast enough to keep up with him, and you're not smart enough to be like, I'll just run you down to the line, and then all I have to do there as a defender is make the angle so poor that the goalkeeper can cover his near post. Right. That's all I have to do.
No, it's complete botch job.
Trying to shoulder him and then be like shoulder to shoulder when your shoulder is in the guy's back is nonsense. Also, at that point, if you think you're gonna have to foul him outside the box.
That's be smart about when you're fouling him.
Abubakar was outclassed, and Mueller made him look silly a few times. Right, there was the one run up where I think it was Mueller running up on him, and he absolutely cooked Abubakar to the point where Abubakar fell to the ground, and he just got lucky that the ball ended up between his legs and was able to kick it away. Right, but he was absolutely cooked on that, and I think the penalty came, if I remember correctly, the penalty came the next sequence after that, or a sequence later. So he was already gassed. He was cooked early on, and there was not a lot of coming back from that early. Mind you, that we got that red card in the 11th minute, so we're playing up a man for a significant amount of this match.
Yeah, I think. But by the way, how fun is it to watch Thomas Mueller play? Like he's got that Francesco Totti thing where it's like, who cares how fast he is? Say what?
Yeah. It's not fun to watch when he's playing my team.
Oh, it was. I don't even care. Thomas Mueller's one of my favorite players of all time, and it doesn't matter how fast he is, as long as he can just kind of run the whole game and get a few touches. Oh my God!
It's kind of like when Pirlo was here for 5 minutes. He wasn't running very far, but he was outclassing you by miles.
Yeah. And he's such a clown. Oh,
we need to have a conversation with our group's fetishization of
with
German,
Italian,
German and Japanese culture, because there's some weird Axis stuff.
For the record, I prefer Dortmund.
Okay,
but
I'm just saying.
I will say so. I will give Quill some credit. His plan of putting Asase in Mueller's back pocket the entire game was probably for the best, because the other two center backs are not mobile enough to make it happen. That said, there was almost a couple of fights where Mueller almost I think wanted to punch Asase in the face.
Good.
Maybe that was the plan.
Good.
But yeah, so my issue is here. We can take away from this game that we played all the kids. I mean, all of them came on at some point.
It did have a kind of vintage FC Dallas vibe.
Yeah, we played all those kids because we didn't have any options
because there was nobody else to play, right?
Right. They said in a post game show they were like, credit to Quill for playing these guys, but at the same time, who else were we going to put in? So
there was nobody else. We were down to scraping the barrel here. There was no and not that Diego Garcia is scraping the barrel. I mean, the kid's got a bright future,
but he's definitely not the guy you want in the game that has to be done.
Right. Yeah. I would have loved to see the kids get in here way earlier in the season and get a little bit of action, and they have to a certain extent. And it's nice to see Norris back from this from his U20 camp and the U20 World Cup, that they were unable to make it all the way through, but they had a great performance, and Nolan had an exceptional performance himself.
Shout out to Morocco for winning that. They had a blast. They beat Argentina in the U20s.
I'm kind of not so mad about losing to them, since they went on to win it. U.S. lost to the team that eventually won, so
it's always nice to be able to hang your hat on that, at least.
Right. It's a nice consolation prize.
Yeah. Hopefully it translates to some success. Obviously, like we talked about, youth tournaments rarely translate to success on the world stage, but if you get that players in those shopping windows, man,
Yeah.
It's nice. I think a lot of people are talking about the stats in this game. At this point, we know that Dallas doesn't want to play with possession. But
They don't know how to play with possession.
I think a
let's
lot
be
of
honest
people
here.
are really undervaluing the fact that Vancouver wasn't playing for a win at that point. They just wanted to draw it up and hold it as a draw.
Yep. So San
And
Diego.
that made Dallas was content to just try to hold off. I think it's hard to totally write this off as like Dallas being so poor with a man up because the setup of the game was weird.
Yeah, the setup of the game was weird. They were missing some attackers on their end. They were missing some defenders on their end. We were missing all of our attackers. We were missing our captain. This next matchup coming up this weekend is going to look very, very different, I think, for both sides.
Definitely look different.
Yeah, I personally think we should have looked better, but then I remembered we were missing our top leading scorer and our second bulldog. We'll talk about starting lineups here in a second about who from this lineup starts again because
do we think Logan is the English bulldog? Is that what we can call him?
Well, he's definitely American in the worst way possible.
Yeah, but it's his dad his dad's English, so I think we go with the English bulldog.
The English bulldog.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about lineups here and Quills. If you win, you start. Obviously, that's not going to be true in this next game, right? Maybe.
I don't think so.
We'll talk about. Shout out to Portland. You guys suck. Shout out to Colorado, who their coach went off on a tirade when they were asked a simple question about your performance. You didn't
honestly,
end up in the playoffs. That was bad behavior on his part.
The way this league has responded to any sort of criticism from any sort of press this year has been thoroughly embarrassing, and somebody needs to step in at the league level and do better here.
I would also like to say thank you, Klaus, for sucking all year, shitting on your team, and still managing to make St. Louis do us a favor at the end of the day.
Yep,
most definitely. Yeah, so these are the playoffs as they are. We have to play Vancouver 4 times in a row now, or
wild stuff, man.
4 times, 3 times minimum, 4 times maximum in a row, which is absolutely ridiculous.
We've got to beat them 3 times. We've got to beat them 3 out of 4.
Yeah, I forgot they brought back best of 3 because they got rid of this for a little while, and now it's back again. Last year, right? Yeah. This is our nemesis because this is this gives me nightmares of the Portland series where we beat them here and then lost in Portland twice. Or it's giving me bad juju.
That's where Velasco got hurt too, right?
Yeah, this is giving me juju vibes. But so here's the lineup on the 26th. We're back in BC Place. Great stadium. I mean, the turf is but it's an indoor stadium.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Great atmosphere. They had lit off some pre-match pyro and some smoke and stuff, and it hung over the start of the match. It really had a big match feel, I think.
Well, and remember that any stadium in Major League Soccer for a playoff game is going to be a great atmosphere. It's even better when it's like that closed-in BC Place thing.
Yeah. BC Place is on my list of places to go. Although we'll talk about the back end business where MLS is trying to bully Vancouver into building a new stadium, and Vancouver's like, we're Canadians, so I don't know how you think that's going to work.
Yeah, do you know how much real estate costs in Vancouver?
Yeah, in Vancouver, like there's nowhere to put that, and we're not doing it.
And there's no federal, there is no city government that's going to subsidize this. They're not going to subsidize this with tax dollars.
But not when you have a perfectly working BC Place, right? If BC Place is falling apart, then maybe
it's a great stadium.
I will say this, and just jumping around here a little bit, looking at the rest of these matchups. Can we talk about how crazy? I mean, you want to talk about for us, it's 4 games in a row, right? For playing the same opponent, it's gonna be the same for Miami and Nashville. It's gonna be. The same
really?
Issue. Yeah. So they played each other in on decision day, and then they're gonna be the same best of 3 here. But can we talk about hell is real for 3 games in a row?
Yeah, I'm excited
best of 3 Hell is Real series. That's going to be fun to watch.
Oh, yeah. That's the one I've been waiting to watch. That's for sure.
Wait, which one's that?
Cincinnati Columbus.
The Ohio rivalry.
Oh, we care about Ohio now? Oh, my bad.
I mean, it's a good rivalry.
Yeah, we'll see. We're going to talk off-season. We're going to talk about the dual competing teams that are trying to get in the lower division in Cleveland, but we'll go about that a different way. But, yeah, so we'll talk about
I mean, that doesn't even apply in this scenario. Why are you bringing that up?
I said it because I don't really care about either of these Ohio
Marcus
teams.
Pass up an opportunity to talk about USL Challenge.
No, I think it's really exciting
MLS
to get a rivalry game in a playoff. I mean, you can't beat that.
No, for sure. I think so. before we move on, talk about lineups for next game. Who are your favorites looking at this bracket to go all the way, West and East?
I don't think there is a team here that beats LAFC the way they're playing right now.
I think I think the most fun matchup to watch is Vancouver LA in the next round.
So
Fair enough.
For me.
You don't think there's any chance of us making it through?
Oh, I'm not saying that. I just think the odds are not in our favor.
No, back to back is unlikely.
But I think right now I would say that LA are my favorite to win it.
Although, quick question: are we doing PKs? So no ties, right?
Not
Or
on the
just
best of 3, I don't think.
No ties.
Understood.
No ties.
All right.
All three of these could go to PKs.
So it's not away goal. So they got rid of the away goal now.
Right. Right.
Okay, understood. All right. Because that would be the only way I would see us getting through is tying there, and then coming here and winning like 2-1, and then we win on the way. Or some way that mathematically. But since that's not a thing and we have to win, that's not really my thing.
Yeah.
Since I don't think our team,
Marcus.
Yeah, since I don't think we're gonna go all the way, I don't. It doesn't feel like our year. Not even like an accidentally our year kind of thing.
Not a Seattle thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing if San Diego can finish the Chicago run that they're on as an expansion club going all the way. That hasn't been done since '99. No, wait, Atlanta did that their inaugural year. So it was '99 Atlanta, which was
the back of Joseph Martinez.
Yeah, 2012 I think is when they got here. 20 somewhere around there.
Right.
Yeah. So we'll see if another inaugural, because that doesn't happen, right? Most new teams don't have.
It shouldn't.
Coming up, it doesn't really work.
I will say it shouldn't.
It should, but yes. So that's having watched a couple of San Diego games, they've looked absolutely on fire. So quickly, gentlemen, before
I always root against the expansion team. So
come on.
I have a feeling that San Diego is going to get exposed in the playoffs.
You think so? Well, I mean, I think they're probably going to play Portland. I don't think Real Salt Lake is enough. I guess
neither of them are good. So
yeah, let's talk about these playing games. Who do you think is going to get in from the playing games? We got Portland, Real Salt Lake, and then Chicago, Orlando. Obviously, Poppy's in Orlando, so that's where my heart is. I hate Portland as a general rule, but I wouldn't mind Portland getting in, beating San Diego, and then Portland, Seattle in the quarters is obviously fireworks. So
I don't think Salt Lake is even. I don't know. They're like what I would have felt like. It's kind of how I feel about FC Dallas. Like we barely, if at all, deserve to be here. I really don't think Salt Lake deserves to be there either.
Really?
I mean, you can say the same about Chicago, right? They skated in here based on their performance over the last few weeks and have really picked it up at the end of the season, which is something we said about the new version of MLS, right? Like this is a long season. We know this is a very, very long season, and the Miami model has made it come in and test everything out and play everything. You don't have to win the Shield because the Shield winner never really goes on to win the Cup anymore. So, if you're playing in Conca Champions, you're playing in Leagues Cup, you're chasing a Shield. You might run out of gas by the time these playoffs come around. So, there's something to be said about starting late, and so I think Chicago's got some fire behind them, if you will.
Oh, look, we call that the Seattle formula.
It is suck for most of the year and then shoot in the end. So quick before we move on to our next topic, lineups for next game. Do we stay the same or Musa and
Musa and Farrington are both in the lineup, 100%.
I think you go back to
Musa without a doubt is in the lineup. That's not a question here.
Who do we keep between Julio and Sarver in the lineup?
You want to go first with this because I have thoughts.
I think they put Julio in and keep Sarver in for a sub.
For a sub? I mean, Julio's playing balls out and he's hungry because I think he's really pissed off. He's been injured. Every time I see him on the field, I'm like, he's ready to go.
That man is playing angry right now. You're absolutely right.
Most definitely. So I'm thinking back four, or do we go back five? Do we try to do what we did this game? So we do back five again.
I think Quill likes his back five right now.
Bernie's not doing really poorly as a defender. It's just because he's defending so strongly. When he gets up, because did y'all see that miss pass?
Bernie's attacking is terrible. Bernie's attacking.
Sarver is wide open. Oh my Lord!
He made the same mistake last week too, though.
Yeah.
He made the exact same mistake where he took the shot instead of passing to a wide open center forward.
Yeah. So that said, they're converting him to a new position, and Quill really likes him.
And he looked great on the left side, but when they moved him over to the right side
No.
towards the end of
Yeah.
that game, he
No.
just looked lost.
Yeah, there was
So
actually a
Bernie's got
play.
one position.
Yeah, there was actually a play where he tried to cut back to his left because he couldn't shoot with his right. And I'm like, yes, this is why you can't play over there,
Yep.
right? Because if you're playing on the opposite side, it makes your strong left foot a weakness and not a strength. So we just can't do that.
I think you more or less will have the same lineup you had in LA.
Really?
Yeah, I think it looks
More or
something
less.
similar to that.
Give or take Ramiro for me.
See, I see them moving Shaq back inside,
Mm-hmm.
like they did late in this game. You move Shaq more back inside, so you've got Osaze, Ibiaga, and Shaq Moore as your three center backs. Because
Yeah.
I think the third degree guys talked about this morning too. They're out a day early, so they talked about Shaq Moore looks better as a center back than he does as a right back in this. At least in this formation, I think he does. So you move
agree with
Shaq in the middle. You've got Abubakar and Ibiaga as your three center backs. I think you start Bernie, but you got Torquato and Norris that could come on in a moment's notice on that left back position. And I think you move Ramiro to right back. Let Ramiro play right wing back. I think that's where he played in the LA games, and that's where he's looked good. And then you've got your midfield, which is probably Kaik along with. Do we go with Leggett in the middle?
I don't think so. I don't.
I don't
you-
think. I think
Is it
Leggett on the
Paxton?
turf.
Is it Leggett and then Paxton? Who's the second midfielder?
I don't think
I think
either of
it's-
them start personally.
Yeah, I think it's Delgado and Kaik's position.
Is
Yeah, I
Delgado-
think Ferreira captain.
What shape is Delgado
we'll
in?
see. Yeah, I want to know how Delgado's doing first.
There's been no
Yeah.
injury reports about Delgado
Yeah.
yet, so that's
Obvi-
TBD.
Obviously,
And
this lineup is all dependent on injuries
Sure.
through the week.
Right,
sure.
But yeah.
And then I think your attacking three. If I'm picking an attacking three, I'm going with the full frontal Caucasian here. I think I want Peter Musa, I want Logan Farrington, and I want Sam Sarver up top. I want just straight up attacking, and then you got Julio coming in off the bench. I think that's what we're going with. I think you put the three crazy white boys up front and let them go to work.
I love
think,
that.
Go ahead.
But yeah, my only caveat is that I think we need Julio. We need that angry, willing to fight for the ball type. Sarver
Sure,
is good.
you
a lot of
can mix
hunger.
him in, and you can bring Sarver
Yeah.
off the bench, or you can
Yeah.
bring Logan off the bench. I think both Logan and Sarver have the ability to be impactful subs, and I think that's almost a detriment to both of their careers is how good they can be off the bench.
Yeah, and then Petrino can always obviously come in late. Although the minutes I've seen not great. I don't know if he's he was starting early in the season and he's not now, and I don't know if that kind of killed his morale. But the minutes I'm seeing are not great. Paxton's really good. He needs to tone his engine down to
Yeah, his
extend
timing's
whatever
really
is-
off right now.
Paxton's a
Yeah,
completely
yeah.
unproven commodity at this point now. Though.
Yeah,
You know,
it's-
we've
no,
seen
no.
him for 10 minutes at a time. In
I'm proven for this year. Yes.
For this
Okay,
season,
sorry. Yeah.
Paxton right now. I'm not. You know,
Yeah,
I
I
know what
will-
Paxton was able to do, but post-injury Paxton, we have no idea what
No idea.
what he-
I
But-
think we've seen enough of Paxton this season so far to know that he still can do what he can do
Yes.
or what he has done. Unfortunately, his timing and stuff is off.
Yeah. So it's when I say he needs to tone his engine down. There was a couple of plays where he was running full speed and got nutmegged. It's like,
Oh, and he would like slide
Right.
and he went like 10
yeah,
yards.
it's like
yeah.
well, I know I get what you're doing. Your job is to kill the game, and he got a couple of touches, and he did what Paxton did. He got the ball, he turned to go forward. That's the thing we know he's good at.
Yeah.
But
But
buddy, protect that knee, please.
I like
but
Sam
just like
Sarver.
Sneaky.
yeah,
Yeah, hold
I
on.
like
Just
Sam
like Sneaky
Sarver as
back-
my high energy super sub
Yes, there you go.
right now at this point in his career.
Yes, and that's the thing. You tire out the center backs, and then there's no wrong answer here. Who would have thought
Right.
we actually had options on the wing now that
Right.
Julio's healthy? Right, that's fucking awesome.
I also think that Pedrinho for me is the guy you throw on when you're like, well, throw it at the wall, see what sticks.
Yeah,
Because like he's capable of some weird magic all of a sudden. I just definitely wouldn't want to rely on him.
yeah, maybe when you don't have late night strip club visits, but we won't
Right.
talk about that. Yeah, this is one when you have a dearth of options. Who would have thought? Except for center back, because the center back option
yeah.
we have is a kid who is hit or miss, so you have
Alvaro?
to play the bet. Yeah, it's one of the things like I
He's
love
got
the
great
kid.
potential and
Yeah.
just like his body composition is absolutely insane for a center back. He's like what 6'8".
Yeah, he's a big
with
boy.
like with a
Tall boy.
wingspan to match. Like he absolutely like if he
Looks
was
like a basketball player.
Right.
He
If he was
does,
born and
doesn't he?
raised in Texas, he'd be a defensive lineman, and he would
Yeah, right.
never kick the soccer ball in his entire life.
So
Yeah,
He'd be a pass
I don't.
rushing D.
We shouldn't be having to rely on that guy. So
Right.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, obviously we have an off season. The only two I want to see come back is Asaze and Alvaro, which we have. Alvaro is a loan option to buy, I think.
I
Or
can't
did we
remember.
purchase him?
I think we
can't
bought
remember.
It. I think
Did we
North Texas
purchase?
picked up his option.
Okay. Well, no, he's not in North Texas. He's an FC Dallas player.
Is
We
he? I
signed him.
thought he was still signed in North Texas.
No. He was a full transfer over, and then we sent him down because he was as green as.
Okay.
Yeah. So
it wasn't a loan then. It was definitely
it was a purchase.
signing.
It was like $2 million, right? Give or
One of
take
those
something like
guys
that.
came from Portugal, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
From when we went there for.
He was basically a walk on.
Yes.
Awesome.
Well, not really a walk on because he played for Moose's team. He played for the academy of
He didn't
Moose's
play for
team.
Moose's team. He played for the team that the facility they were practicing at.
Yeah, it was like a second or third division, right?
Yeah. Moose played
Either way, lower somewhere in Portugal.
Lower division. Anyway,
Yeah.
all right. So that's the lineup. We're looking forward to it. Obviously, it's. We hope we're fans. We want it. We look forward to seeing all of you guys on the November 1st, right? Is that Wednesday game?
November 2nd.
No.
Saturday.
Is it second? Is it Saturday?
November 1st is Saturday.
Saturday. It's Saturday, November 1st. Right.
You're thinking Trinity
Right.
playing Sunday the 2nd.
I am.
There we
I'm
go.
getting all confused.
So there we go. So
Saturday, November 1st, Toyota Stadium, 8:30 p.m. kickoff. We will be starting our tailgate at the usual time at 4:30.
there you go. Community will be supplying the beer. Follow us on social so you know where the watch party is for that away game. It's a weird time. It's a West Coast, so we'll figure that out as we go. We'll talk about the team that usually gets us silverware, but they crashed out. So I guess.
Sorry, before we move on to
ahead.
this, I do just want to make a statement, and I think we'll be releasing an official statement at some point during this week. But I do want to make a very important statement, and I know it's probably not directed at most of the people listening to this because you're probably a certified fucking sicko if you're listening here. But look, this is our fucking house, right? Toyota Stadium is our house. Okay, we're at half a stadium. It's 11,000 and change. If you're coming into this game, especially if you're in the supporter section, there's no sitting on your hands. There's no sitting back quietly. Get loud. Get up. Make some fucking noise. Create the atmosphere. It's our job as the supporters to bring the atmosphere. That is what we fucking do. Get up. Get loud. No sitting on your hands. This is not a library, okay? I want to see... I want to hear noise. I want to see people jumping up and down. I want to see fucking chaos.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no.
I do believe that this. Why no?
We got in our demographic. I want
This
it to happen.
stadium has rocked
Soccer
on playoff
moms go
games.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's what
Soccer
I
This
moms-
stadium always has
soccer
a good
moms
atmosphere
and-
for a playoff.
Yeah, soccer moms on Adderall do go crazy, but
That's it.
they're more looking forward to Universal Studios mini amusement park coming up down the street.
Look, this stadium during a playoff game usually pops off, so I
No,
don't
I
think
mean-
it'll be a problem.
No, we'll sell out. It'll be at capacity. We will do our job. Dennis, wow, brain freeze here. All our capos will do their job. The drummers are going to come out. Arjun, there you go. Brain.
Right.
Everyone's going to come and do their job, and we'll make the noise. And we know
need the rest of the
chance.
stadium to get
Yeah,
up
we
with
know.
us.
We know the chance that we'll get the stadium going, and if we're playing well, it'll be much easier. Obviously, if we're not playing well and we're down, then it makes things more complicated. But we'll do our job, and we're looking forward to you guys coming out, join us at the tailgate, get in the stadium, get your seats, get a beer. It's going to be a blast. We didn't think we were going to be here, and here we are, 7th place. We don't have to bother with some bullshit playing.
Bonus soccer, take it. Yeah.
Bonus soccer. There you go.
Mhm.
All right, so we're gonna.
And one last just shout out Eric Quill for doing the fucking job and getting us to this point. We shit all over him at the beginning of the season, so give him credit where it's due now. Go ahead, Marcus.
I will give him credit. I will say, we'll discuss in the offseason whether or not I think he should come back, but that's neither here nor there. All right, so we're gonna crack one open here for the boys. I got me a little Japanese beer. I'm thirsty and I got to go to work in a minute, so we're gonna talk about
drinking water, but go for it.
Stay hydrated.
Drink it again.
Drink it again.
Water.
Drink it again.
Water.
Oh my god, water sucks. It really, really sucks. All right, so we're gonna talk about a team that normally brings us hardware. apparently the town knew what they were doing when you got to pick your opponent because they picked the right opponent. And I don't know if you
Apparently,
guys saw the highlights or the game. I saw the highlights.
I
I
watched it.
don't really watch Next Pro. I'll be honest with you. So
Uh,
this is
the
on y'all.
the the first goal was a ricochet off the defender. Like the defender was trying to clear the ball, hit the
Oh
attacking player right in the back
no.
of the net. We were outclassed, and
Outclassed, outplayed, outcoached.
yeah,
This was not even a competition.
in our defense, all of the firepower for North Texas was in Vancouver.
Sure.
Super Sam
So
Tarver.
And in our
it
defense,
was
we started like I think like 8 teenagers to their 2. So
yes.
we started a young squad, and that's what's going on down there because we brought a lot of these kids up. So, but when you've got playoffs on the line, Sam Sarver comes up to the big leagues, and it's fuck North Texas is
I
what it
mean,
needs to be.
I'm
That's what
gonna
I
be honest
want
with
this
you.
team to be.
It hasn't been that way the last few years, so I'm happy that that's how it played out personally.
Likewise.
Oh wow, they don't even do stats on their website.
No,
Yeah,
Next
MLS
Pro's
Next
website
Pro
is
is not taken
dog shit.
seriously at
Dog
all.
shit website.
Oh, that's disappointing. All right, well, shout out to the boy. Sorry, shout out to the boys, young men out there. I look forward to coming to multiple games when y'all are in the Mansfield. That stadium looks absolutely awesome. I went out there.
I
Like,
got some stats for you if you want them.
oh, go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah. Do you want me to just spout
no,
some
go
off?
ahead. Yeah,
Read
yeah.
them off.
Possession. The town 47%. North Texas 53. The town 22 shots. North Texas 3. Shots on target 22-3. Holy cow. Shots on target. The town 8. North Texas 1. Accurate passes. The town 83%. North Texas 84%. Better than the first team. Fouls committed. The town 14. North Texas 19. Do you guys want offsides and corners?
No, we can do it on.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the stats. You just got to find
Oh,
it.
you found
What
them?
is
Yeah,
going
go
on?
for it.
Yeah,
See
yeah,
what
that's
stats are
crazy.
important to you here. I'm just spouting them off. So
I will say
Yeah,
the
yeah.
one bright spot in this, even though he gave up 2 goals, JT Harms looked really good in this. He was just under constant pressure. He had a couple of
Ooh.
nice saves. Yes,
sorry. One more stat that I really want to bring up that we don't normally talk about that much. Touches in the opposition box. 47 for the town, 7 for North Texas. Holy cow.
It was a shellacking, but like I said, I watched it. I watched the game while it was going on, and after the second goal, I was like, "It's not their day."
Did the
And I
team
knew
look bad, or did the town just look that good?
the
the
team
town
looked
looked
bad.
really good. We just weren't up to the
Again,
level of competition.
in our defense, all the players that would normally be there were gone, and maybe the town knew that at the time. They knew we were fighting for a playoff position, so
Sure.
they're like, maybe those guys wouldn't be sent. But shout out to that. Like I said, Mansfield is coming along. I think that will be great for them.
Agreed.
I do want the team to decouple from these joint deals, right? Either you're a North Texas player, you're an FC Dallas player. We can't, if you want both these teams to be successful, you can't really do it the way we're doing it. Because, like, no, I'm looking at the rosters of a lot of other teams, and you don't see a lot of this floating nonsense that you see here.
Philadelphia doesn't.
Well, yeah, Philly does do. Well, Philly did it because of injury, but they don't normally fill out their roster the way we do.
I think I'm okay with 1 or 2, but not
The whole like half the
Yeah.
squad. Yeah,
But I don't know how to
I'm
run this
perfectly
kind of
fine
thing.
with North
so.
Texas continuing to be a developmental league, and when you've got a player on the first team that is not in a position to get minutes, and whether that's he's not good enough right now or there's somebody blocking him, I love the idea of being able to send him down to North Texas. It's like the minor leagues, right? It's just like AAA ball. You know, you go down to the Newark
Frisco
Bears
Rough
or-
Riders. I got
yeah,
you.
your
Yeah,
Frisco
I guess-
Rough Riders. Sorry, I was looking for the Yankees
Yeah,
equivalent
yeah.
in my head. I was looking, the Columbus Clippers, if you will. You go down to your Double A and your Triple A squads, and you get guys minutes, and they get to see action. I think more minutes for developing players is always better.
I suppose that's kind of always been the FC Dallas model. Try to play them up whenever they can't play or when they're too good for the level below them, like all through the academy. Has always been the case. But I don't know. I don't know how to properly run that. I just I hate the idea of like a Logan Farrington, for example, last year. That's the ones that bother me. Set them on the bench throughout the season so you can throw them out for the semi and the final, even though they contributed nothing
I
to
don't
the
know
team
if they
until
threw
then.
him on the bench solely for that. I think
They
threw
did.
him on-
They literally did.
They threw him on the bench because he wasn't getting quality minutes with the first team, and
But
they
he
were
wasn't
hoping
even playing with North
he
Texas.
wasn't playing down there either. No, you're
They
absolutely
clearly
right.
just put him there so they could put him in later.
Well, so my like I said, the flaw I
You,
have in
you,
the
you give
system is
this you
that
give this organization a little too much
too
credit.
much
I don't
credit.
think they have a I don't think
Uh,
they have that much foresight.
I think they do for
um,
the kids.
yeah, this is my one flaw is that it's becoming that North Texas is becoming a way for us not to let kids escape. So we're signing kids to contracts too early. There are lots of guys on this North Texas team that I think shouldn't be professionals just yet, but we don't want
Still
to
dealing
lose
with the
them.
PTSD of losing a couple of players.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Apparently.
and then you play your lower tier MLS quality players at North Texas to get to the playoffs, but then the playoffs don't mean anything because you don't win anything. There's no cash prizes. That's why I don't understand
Yeah.
why these
there's a trophy, Marcus. There
yeah,
is
that's
a
not
beautiful trophy
yeah,
that
yeah,
we
yeah,
get
yeah.
to. Hey, listen, this club doesn't win a lot of trophies, so sometimes you
We
gotta
can take it.
wait. Sometimes
No,
you
but
gotta go down and take it
Still
to the
have
second tier.
more than a few other
then we
clubs
do.
that like to talk shit.
This is what the thing that's why it's frustrating me with all these independent clubs going to MLS Next Pro is like I do
Oh
not
yeah, it's
see
infuriating. Yeah.
any benefit to this league because if teams are going to treat it the way we treat it, which is, oh, we don't care if we go further in the playoffs because we need these players. Well, then that means this doesn't matter at all. What is the point of winning? All right, but whatever. I'll take my orange slices and I'll go home and be a Karen or a Ken or whatever the fuck
It
it
is
is.
such a weird league to
Yeah.
exist like this. And
Uh,
while we're clowning on it, can we talk about their font when they first revealed this?
It's
oh,
the same font they use on the jerseys here too. It's
I know it's a
terrible.
nightmare.
Although I am waiting for my Sam Sarver North Texas jersey to arrive in the mail.
Oh,
North.
sure. I've got a couple of North
I,
Texas jerseys in my closet too.
I will give them credit. North Texas jerseys, the last couple have been much better than the
The
main club.
aways are actually way better than the home. The white and gold kit is
It's gorgeous.
gorgeous.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, shout out to
Hoops.
them. Love those guys. Like I said, looking forward to the move to Mansfield. Hopefully that gives you a little bit more distance from Frisco. I know they're gonna try to operate more as their own thing in the
It'll be
future. So
fun.
that's good. We'll talk about a future club here in a second. So uh quick note, and then we're gonna move on to the ladies and golds. These are the team stats for everyone, regular season team stats. Shout out to our MVP again. All these stats basically show why he's the man. Obviously, he leads in goals and assists. Um, wow,
I vote for
Delgado is sick.
Osaze, but yes,
I'm guessing the Delgado is probably mostly corners, but that's besides the point.
it might
Um,
be, except for that one banger. That's it.
yeah, no, I'm talking about the assists.
Oh, the
Oh,
assists. My bad. Yeah,
and
you're right.
how is
You're right.
Julio gone most of the year and still has more goals?
Yeah, you got to
Yeah,
give
that
Julio
is
credit on that one.
that's what I'm saying. Julio's an absolute beast, and if he was healthy, I think we would. That's why I'm not giving so much credit to the fact that we got rid of what some people are calling dead weight. I think it had to do more with the fact that we were injury plagued for like that good chunk of that middle of the season. So, but
Yeah,
Wow.
shout out
didn't help.
didn't help, didn't hurt. It's one of them things where it's like causation correlation type thing. So maybe this and
Right.
that. But yeah,
Turns
these
out
are
there's more than one factor to building a team. Who knew?
there you go. Starting from the back for sure. But yeah, these are the
Ah,
team stats. So shout out to them. All right, so we're gonna move on to the Golden Ladies. I'm gonna run this off to Hubert to tell me about the atmosphere and
all right. First off, Golden
um,
Girls,
what did I say?
Golden
Said
Ladies.
Golden Ladies.
I mean that too. I'm
Yeah,
thank not
sure,
to refer to them
sure.
as girls because
Thank
No,
you
apparently they're
for
women. You know
no,
what I
it
mean?
was it was a cool setup.
Well,
I got to be transparent up front. I don't even
yeah.
care if they blew out America. Mid-season friendlies are stupid, and I'm
Oh
gonna
my
die
god.
on that
You know
hill.
what? We shouldn't have
But
started with you. Let's start with
um,
Dennis. Dennis, let's talk about the great attendance numbers here. They
no,
were
no, it's really
aiming for
cool.
20. No, no, hold on. No, no. I'll
Okay.
let you shit on them here in a second. We're gonna
Oh
start with the
no, I
positive.
have mostly
Listen,
positive to say about this game.
here's the most important thing about this record. It
Yes.
broke a Houston record, and that's all that fucking matters.
Wait, where did Houston play that it could sit more than 20,000? Because Shell doesn't sit what? Shell to
No, it wasn't
20
at Shell. It was at whatever
Alamo?
PNG.
Oh, PNG. Well, no. Isn't PNG what Shell used to be? Didn't they just change the name? I'm trying to figure out. Whatever
No,
it
it
is.
was PNC Bank Stadium was
There
before.
you
Is
go.
that what you're?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It might not have been
Anyways,
PNC. Hold on.
Yeah.
Good. Keep
fuck
talking.
Houston.
Okay.
Fuck
Anyway,
Houston's all I can think. Yeah, but go ahead.
it definitely felt like 23,000 people. It was pretty nice, actually. Obviously, because you're in the Cotton Bowl, it's not full, but the vibes were there. It was pretty cool. The American fans snuck in some smoke, which was fun to see. It was not as overwhelmingly yellow and blue as we expected it to be.
Yeah.
So here is the previous record was 21-284 for KC Current versus Houston Dash. That is the largest crowd. That was the largest crowd for pro women's sports in Texas. The largest crowd for a pro women's sporting event in Dallas was 20,409 for Fever Wings this past June.
Cool. Yeah, well,
those records.
The stadium was a lot more Trinity friendly than we expected. Definitely a lot more maroon and black and stuff like that in the stands, which is kind of fun to see.
I'm gonna assume that most of those people bought the gear while they were there, which is fantastic. That worked out great for everybody involved. So
it's anecdotal, but I did see a lot of people wearing America gear, buying Trinity gear. Hopefully, those are people that were local that are like, maybe I'll come back. I don't know. Hopefully, that's something that comes out of it. But both of these teams are in the middle of their seasons. Like, I'm shocked about America because they're literally trying to win their division with one more game after this. They played the Wednesday before, and they're fighting for first place, and came all the way to Dallas to play this game.
Did they not play a Champions League game the night before too, or the day 2 days before or something?
They played a league game on the Wednesday before, which was like 3 days before.
I don't know. I thought they had something else going on as well.
I don't believe so, but I could be wrong.
It may have been the men's squad that was playing something important too. I don't know.
Yeah, the men's squad might have been, but the women's team is in the middle of a fight to win first place in their division, and they took the time to fly up to play us. So both teams were pretty rotated. You can't take a lot out of like the actual competition of it, right? But for the first at least 30 minutes, it was anyone's game. And then, classic thing happened where America, put in a goal, and then Trinity kind of lets another one kind of sneak in. The team was frustrated. Second half, you start seeing some changes happen. Trinity put in Allie Thornton, which made a big difference to the team's play style and everything. They started playing up to America a little bit. They got that goal. America was clearly the better team, but the Golden Girls did at least start putting up a fight. There was some really great Amber moments that are just textbook Amber, where stuff's going wrong, so she just takes it upon herself to just run the game. And she did it. I mean, Amber still got it, man, against players that are way younger and more athletic than her now. So cool.
There is a thing to be there's thing to be said about veterans getting in big moments. Like, she's probably more used to playing in front of 20,000 and be like, hey, let's get it done.
This game was never about winning it, though, right?
Right.
No.
This game was about selling tickets and bringing eyeballs to the club.
Mm-hmm. And it did both of those things. They announced this week that they're trying to fundraise or get investors up to $20 million for future stadium and training facility. And I'm like, I really hope these people are smart enough to be like, hey, the training facility needs to be shared. We don't need a bunch of soccer training facilities littered around Dallas. Because the city's not going to pay for it. We'll talk about how Garland is moving.
We don't want them
without. Yeah, Garland's moving on without Atletico building what I'm assuming is a scaled down version of the plan that was there before.
It's almost identical without the 3,000 seat stadium.
Okay, that'll probably save them. Was it 70 million? That'll probably save them 30 of the 70.
Yeah, it's
I would, and we can dive into this if you really want, but I would not be surprised if the Hunts turned around and were the financial backers behind that facility just to stick it to AD.
No, I mean, like I said,
taking money, Graham.
I want to talk to the owners. If I've run into them, is like, hey, just talk to the city about converting MoneyGram Park. It is a sunk cost for the city. They spend so much money on MoneyGram. Anything that you do to that, they will be like, sure, take it, whatever. There are 14 soccer fields out there. They don't need 14. You can take one, build a really state-of-the-art facility, and share it between Trinity and Atletico. Trinity and Atletico. But that'd be awesome. Yeah. That said, the purpose of this game was selling tickets. I read the interview with Dallas Morning News. They said they were aiming for 20. They obviously got more than that. The jersey sales, the hat sales, those hats aren't cheap. I don't know if Hubert want to grab it.
Actually, they're surprisingly not that expensive. They're $35.
Yeah, I just Venmo'd Hubert for mine.
Yeah, so there you go. That's the gear right there. Like he said, I watched it as well. There was a lot of maroon and gold, and I'm assuming that's
more than I expected.
Yeah, I'm assuming that was fans.
By the way, we're trying to work a deal.
We're trying to make moves. You know how it is. But yeah, 22,000, good game. Good. I watched the highlights. It is
better game than expected.
Better game than expected. everyone went away happy. The America fans who came out. I mean, I long for the day that we have fans as loyal as America and was it Cruz Azul? What's the next big one down there, Hubert?
Chivas.
Chivas. There you go.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
Chivas
to be
LA because they
fair,
don't. Yeah,
they're beloved because they've won more championships than everyone else. So that is something. I think one of the things that irked me about this whole thing, it's the same at FC Dallas, where it's like you commit all your socials to selling the other team. Like Trinity had the America training session on their socials and like signing sessions on their socials and stuff. And like, I get you're trying to drum it up, but as a fan, I found it very tiresome.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I understand, from a financial, business, marketing aspect, why this needs to happen, because this is unfortunately the only real way to grow the game here is by using foreign influences, because that's just how things work here right now, right? It is what it is, and whether that foreign influence is bringing a Thomas Mueller or bringing a Son or bringing a Messi or bringing a club to beat the shit out of your club in front of 22,000 people. This is unfortunately the business model, but I'm with you. I was a little disappointed in just kind of how much effort was lacking for those that are already here and have already kind of been around since the beginning of this club a year and change ago.
I get what you're saying. Shout out to Son for sunning the league, and I think he ended up being in the top 10 for regular season, having only played like 6 games. Like that is embarrassing on levels that I don't think people quite understand.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who are new to soccer.
Yeah.
That are following this team and people that came from FC Dallas that are fairly even new to the sport or caring about the sport. And like they were also like exhausted at how this was promoted. It's just, I don't know. I think it's infuriating. I hate it. It's a disservice to the real fans to me.
All right, here's the thing. This is my frustration is why is it when, or not why, MLS does this type of shit all the time. And I hear a bunch of excuses. Leagues Cup, Club World Cup. It's a money grab. It's really infuriating. I say this is bad. Don't do it. And you're like, well, but soccer's good. And then
we
when the Lord
did not say that. We agreed
yes, you
with
did.
you on that.
No.
I said it was a good
I like
competition.
I like Club World Cup.
Yeah, exactly.
I still think it was bad. No, don't put fucking words in my mouth.
I like it because it's a competition and there's
Quote
something
from
on the line.
Hubert.
This is a meaningless game. In standings, this doesn't count for anything. Yeah, there was a cool Ferris wheel trophy presented by Walmart.
First of all, how did we end up this deep in this conversation and we didn't talk about Chestnut? Like, what are we doing here, bro? Like,
Joey Chestnut, not fully a god, but more than a man.
Although, by the way, he did eat 120 freaking crab balls, and that's
114 was the number.
Oh, I thought it was 120. My bad.
Nope. Crook posted important stats, goals, minutes, and arancini balls eaten were the 3 stats Crook posted. So the important ones.
Goodness.
The important ones.
Shout out to the ladies though. I'm thinking this is going to be an ongoing thing. Maybe next year it will be Chivas.
Now,
does Chivas have a women's team or no?
Yeah, most of the Mexican teams do, even the bad ones, like the ones I follow. But I don't know. I think it would mean more to me if we just played the same team. Even like I'm okay with playing America every year. It would make it feel a little bit more rivalry-ish, which I would like.
Or would it be better if they played the Dash, Houston, and this?
I would rather play a rival if you're gonna call it a. My problem is you're calling this a Clásico, which is a huge middle finger to Spanish-speaking fans because that means derby basically.
Yes,
and you're like, yeah, this is a state fair derby. You're like, how?
Yeah, that's why I said we played the Dash. I mean, we do border. We border Mexico. We border Mexico, so that can be a thing. That's how.
No, I agree that like theoretically the Dash makes the most sense, but I don't think you pull in 22,000 for the Dash.
No, I'm thinking if you play America every year, I'd be okay with that. It would build into something probably.
I guess we can debate whether or not being at the fair would get you at least 10 every year, no matter who the opponent is.
I'm willing to have that conversation for sure.
I agree with you.
Well, it's like you've been saying, they've done a huge disservice by not making it like FC Dallas against Houston or something,
Yeah.
Huge disservice to have never done that.
I've always said that we should have done that. Either Austin, Houston. Somebody should have done this before Trinity. I personally think if FC Dallas puts their weight behind this, they can easily get 30-ish thousand in that building for a fair game.
Perhaps more than that.
I think so.
More, but
Yeah.
at this point, our only hope now is
I
that
got
whenever
30,000 for the fucking Messi friendly.
on a Monday at
On
5
a
p.m. No,
Monday in February. When
yeah,
it was
yeah, I got you.
piss
You are,
pouring rain.
but that was mostly messy. Our only hope now is that Atletico and whenever USL Fort Worth comes to ground, or maybe before that, we can have an Atletico San Diego derby at Fair Park because
I'll
they'll
be
be the
honest
same
with you.
division.
The women's Fort Worth versus Dallas would kick ass.
Almost either way.
Yeah.
If
On
those
that
teams,
subject,
yeah, go ahead.
there has been nothing
One.
out of Fort Worth for some time now. They have basically gone dark. And from what Buzz was reporting on Third Degree earlier today, it's possible that this might not even be happening because there has been no contact from
With anyone?
leadership over there at all. So it may have folded. Maybe they moved to Collin County. Who the fuck knows?
That doesn't make any sense. Like you spent money buying it from the previous rights holder to do nothing with it. That makes zero sense.
Right. I wonder how much that
Nothing about
costs.
this business makes sense to me. So
Not nothing. It didn't cost nothing.
Oh,
But like I
absolutely.
said,
Yeah.
we still have we can rotate and just do a Texas derby between Atletico and El Paso, Atletico and San Diego or San Antonio. We have enough USL clubs in Texas that we can make that happen at the last weekend of the fair. It's definitely a thing. All right, so
most of those teams aren't playing right now, so
exactly. Oh yeah, that's right. Because championship, they run a different schedule. So yeah, this would basically be Atletico's last game of the year, and it would be the last game of the season. So yes, ideas, guys, make it happen for 2027. Since we have to wait a whole.
it's easy to me. It's easy for me to play with their money, but yeah.
I mean, it's not even their money. The fair would definitely want. The fair wants a game every weekend because we can talk about how the fair said they're down at almost 500,000 people in attendance than they usually get this year. So any event, if you can have an event every single weekend of this fair, they will take it no matter what it is. All right, so the Golden Girls weren't playing, but these are the scores around the Gainsbridge Super League. I don't know what Lexington did. I think Trinity need to go study those ladies. They turned it around completely. The firepower is there. They're banging in goals. They're number one. I think they're number one even if you do points per game, even because the games aren't.
Yeah, they've only played 8, so
yeah.
So they're banging it in. Shout out to those ladies. I actually watched this game as well. It wasn't a fluke what they did to us. They're actually a solid team.
Yeah,
awesome.
They're a great squad, and they've made an incredible comeback this year. So shout out to them. 5
shout out to
goals
them.
Fort Lauderdale is not easy.
Yeah, the Tampa Bay Sun thought they were going to win that game. Jacksonville came back late. Brooklyn again. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but they're slowly moving down the chart every game. No, Tampa Bay is still the new Lexington. They're absolute trash. And
I love it.
Tampa Bay is the new LA Galaxy.
I hate Tampa Bay so much. Bury them.
My goodness. Oh yeah, but so shout out to them. We play again. We play finally on the 2nd, November 2nd, home or away.
FC Dallas Saturday night, Sunday 4 p.m. at home for the Trinity.
I think the rest of the games for the rest of this year are like 4 p.m. or 2 p.m. games, right? Afternoon games, basically.
Yeah, there's a bunch of afternoon games. There's a couple night games, but they're mostly early afternoon games. So bring the fam.
I don't think we have any night games for the rest of the year.
Yeah, because
maybe just road games.
Just road game. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah. I guess I didn't think about that.
Yeah, shout out to ladies. I look forward to seeing. I plan on hitting some of these as long as it's on the weekend, even though I'm working a lot of weekends. But yeah, this is
a random Friday game or something sprinkled in there too.
So this will be this. The ladies are back home after a really rough road trip. First in Florida, so hopefully they can turn things around. Having steady, being home does help. Plus they had this off period, even though they had this friendly in the middle to get back on track. And it's a long season. This is only the fall. You have the spring, so this is more conducive to the Seattle model of sucking for most of the year and turning it around. So, top 4 go to playoff.
It was cool to see Lexi Missimo walking around in a full kit.
Yes.
It was nice.
Shout out to Strawn, who got called up for the U20 championship women's team.
Deserves it.
That's pretty awesome. Shame we were going to miss her, but, playing for your nation is always a plus.
At least we can't lose her for a recalled loan.
That's true. Oh, that's actually killing me all around the league. Lots of teams are having that issue. Luckily, NWSL is in their playoff mode now, so there's going to be less of that happening. So we're gonna do a quick around the grounds here, guys. This is shout out to the boy. Dennis is gonna hit his best Brooklyn accent here. Um, Shout out to Long
No, this is
Island,
a Long
Strong
Island
Island.
accent, not a Brooklyn
There you
accent.
go.
You got
Woo for the kids. Woo for the children.
that's Staten Island, wrong island.
No, it's the island. So they're calling all of the islands: Rhode Island, Staten Island.
This is Long Island. This
Wait,
is
is that really the branding?
Yeah,
Yes,
the
the
Island
island.
FC is Long Island. Uniondale coming back out to. I'm assuming this is going to be somewhere. I'm assuming they're going to probably be playing on like Hofstra property, which is in that general vicinity.
Yeah, they're
this
saying at
this is pretty
Mitchell
cool.
Athletic Stadium.
Mitchell Athletic Complex. Okay, that's part of. I believe that's actually part of the state park. That's Eisenhower State Park. Mitchell Athletic Complex. That's a decent sized facility out there. I think what does it say 2,500? Yeah, this is a cool little ground out there that they'll be able to play on, and soccer coming back to Long Island after the Cosmos move out to Jersey is pretty exciting, right? Because this is gonna be in the same area where the Cosmos did play when they were in Long Island when the Cross Island crew ran it. So and shout out to those guys. It's gonna be fun to see soccer back on the island, and shout out to Jerbosi, who's gonna be excited to see Long Island soccer again back at home.
We'll see. We'll see. Bosie's not like
I know,
all pro Island.
I know.
The man hates the Islanders. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean,
who doesn't? To be
that's
completely
a
honest.
weird. He's a Ranger fan. They're a little fucked in the head. It's a thing. It's fine.
Yeah, so just shout out to them. That's, I mean, again, I don't understand the mathematics.
I
I
don't
guess this is
understand the
just
mathematics of all these USL clubs that are coming out either. So
Do we
none of this
know
makes sense.
when they're launching full blown?
2027.
Okay.
Yeah, they're the seventh team, independent team that's supposed to launch in 27. Given New York real estate, there's a non-zero chance that doesn't happen, even though they're only planning on building a very small 2,500 seat stadium.
They're not building. That's an existing facility they're moving into.
No. So they are
can
building.
expand.
No, they're building a new thing. So if you read the press release, they're designing a new stadium on the campus where they have other fields. So there's a football field, baseball diamonds, etc. There's an empty lot, really small lot actually. They're going to build a stadium there because again,
Interesting.
Yeah, no football, even though you're going to play with that.
And do we know what level they're trying to enter?
It's next
MLS Next Pro.
Oh, it's Next Pro.
You didn't see
Got
the good
I
stuff?
totally missed it. I was looking at the picture.
I'm actually looking for an overlay here. No,
Yeah, I was just looking at the picture of the
it's in
stars.
Nassau County, right?
Yeah, this is basically the backyard to Mitchell Field is essentially the backyard to the Nassau Coliseum. It's adjacent to the Coliseum. It's adjacent to Hofstra. This is going to be right off the Meadowbrook Parkway, so access to get in and out of the area very quickly. I believe there should be rail stops nearby as well. I believe the Stewart Avenue Garden City train station is very nearby as well. It's a good little area that there's a ton of college bars in the area that'll probably be within walking distance to the stadium too. Again, this is basically the adjacent to Hofstra property, which is a pretty big school for athletics all the way around. They have some great sports medicine programs, sports science programs, things like that. So they're really and Hofstra's got a great facility and field too that might be able to get used at some point too if they really want to move. I think Hofstra seats. I think Hofstra's they have a multi-use football soccer stadium that I think it's 12,000. Let's see, James Church Stadium.
Well, I mean, it's good to have another team, but yeah, I still also don't get what teams are going to get out of going to MLS Next Pro, like we said earlier.
Yeah,
Indeed.
I don't understand how what that business model without a top club to support. I don't know how you sustain and how you convince players to come and play for this club either, right?
I think you mentioned it before. It is the fact that they have the lifted skirt of MLS proper. They can always advertise and say, "Hey, if you play well here, you might get scouted, etc., etc." But we're going to move on to another big topic in FIFA, and then we'll wrap this up here. But shout out to the Islanders.
The Island.
The Island, Strong Island. You know how it goes.
Muscle
New
boss.
York. New York City is trying to be like London, where you have a club literally a stone throws from every other club in that city, which I'm not mad at.
Did you see Mondami, who's running for mayor, is trying to get a borough competition going, a completely free entry.
Yes, I did. Yeah,
sign up, join. So yeah, they're investing in the
it's
culture.
fun.
That's no doubt. All right, so this is the last one. So we have this was
This could take an
big
hour
news.
on its own.
No, this is going to be really quick. Do you think it's a good the footballification of throwing flags on the field for VAR? Thoughts, Hubert? You go first.
Yeah, it's like I like the concept, but I think at the end of the day, soccer's all about the flow. And the idea behind VAR and people checking VAR and then telling the ref what to look at is to not stop the game. I think this just slows the game down more, and that's the opposite of what they're wanting to have done.
Yeah.
I think it's a terrible idea.
You want my opinion?
Yeah, go ahead.
Trash. This looked like shit during the World Cup, the U20 World Cup.
And people were just throwing them out to be like, well, I have it, I might as well use it.
Right, I have it. I'm going to break up the flow of the game. It's nonsense. Like,
nah,
VAR is fine. It's not perfect, but this fucking sucks. This is terrible. No, it's garbage. Goodbye. Next question.
Fair enough. All right, we will remove that. Strong thoughts on that one, ladies and gentlemen. I can't find the actual news article you sent me, but 6 subs. Quick, yes or no on 6 subs. Right now, you can get up to 7 because you get 2 additional for concussions.
So, right. But as written, it's 5. Yeah.
Yes.
Currently.
So it's 5 and then 2 for concussions. So should it be 6? Because right now there were the FIFA Pro, which is the pro union for all the players all across the world. They're saying concession of schedule is an issue, and FIFA's solution, along with the federations, is to add an extra sub instead of cutting games, because cutting games means cutting money. Adding a sub costs nothing, so that apparently is the solution. So Dennis sent this to me. So what are your thoughts, right quick?
Dennis, you want to go first? I know where you stand, but
yeah, I think this is a great idea. I think this is it's an answer for schedule congestion, right? The players unions and players across the world are complaining about minutes played, right? Pulisic and his deal, we don't have to go through that, but we're talking about teams aren't playing in U.S. Open Cup because they're too many games on the schedule because of Leagues Cup and everything else that's going on. I think this is a good answer to that, and this goes back to what I mentioned earlier about players going up and down between first and second teams in MLS. More time for young players to develop is good for the game.
I think that it's a terrible idea. I thought the 5 sub rule was a terrible idea, but I understood that we needed it during COVID. People with long recovery, we didn't know what the effects were going to be of that. I think a better response is to have deeper benches, and a better response is to allow a bigger roster, personally. I think by adding more subs, and you're essentially letting managers erase their mistakes easier. The best managers can line up their team, and they know how to do that. They can assess the team they're playing against, and if they're going to adapt their style to it, they adapt it for that game. I think you're allowing managers to erase their mistakes more, and you're cheapening the role of the manager.
Wow, me and Hubert actually agree on something. That's crazy.
I know, right?
The manager just enough rope to hang himself here too. We've seen firsthand with Nico Estevez put asinine subs that take his team out of a game with 5 subs, right? So I don't think an additional sub, it changes how you can build a tactic, and yes, it can be more forgiving for mistakes, but it also can allow you to create more mistakes and blow yourself up, right? You can make bad subs too. So I think that argument is. I get it, and I get the spirit of the game, and managers being, your starting 11 is your 11, and you need to live and die by that. But I think with the way this game is going, and again, what I said earlier, I think mistakes can happen, right? And they can fuck up just as much with an extra sub as they can with 5. But I think overall it is good for the development of young players, which is good for the game.
And I will once again add, just extending your roster does exactly what your change would require. I just don't think you should be cheapening a role that's already there that's supposed to be the gaffer.
So again,
what else? But what about a squad with 3 incredible keepers?
What about 3 incredible keepers? Maybe you should hang your hat on something bigger.
I know, right? I will say shout out to Hubert for having. I mean, I didn't expect that. These guys never agree with anything.
Hubert, the only thing he's conservative about is his football.
That's true.
It's true.
This is
true.
So 2 shout outs. Fuck the Leagues Cup. The reason we're not playing in US Open Cup is because you created a new cup and then said that there's too many games. That's the weirdest thing.
We will be playing in Leagues Cup next year.
That's like
unfortunate.
Oh, that's great. North Texas in the Open Cup. That's fucking awesome. Although I will go to that game in Mansfield with the brand
I'll be there.
Yeah, I will too.
Yeah, it's thought process here. Remember earlier when we were talking about I said that there's the slippery slope fallacy, and you said it was a fallacy. The 5 subs is a slippery slope. There will be an occasion where this will be like the hockey, where you can swap out your whole team.
I'm going to repeat
swap
that.
lines.
It's
Yes,
a fallacy
you will
because
just
you're
swap.
using it wrong.
Yeah. So
It's a fallacy because you're using it wrong. Slippery slope doesn't mean it will happen. It assumes it will happen.
Stoppage for a free kick, and we
swap out everybody.
We swap out a whole line on a free kick.
we stop.
Players running back to the bench in between.
Yeah, we stop for a water break and then swap out the whole squad, goalkeeper and all. That's where we're going. It's.
Let's give that a shot. Let's try that in like next pro.
So no, they'll try it. It'll be It'll be the U16 World Cup, which is where they test out everything.
Right.
And yeah, it's one of them things where like you give these owners, these oligarchs, these millionaires, billionaires an inch, they will take the entire circumference of the world. So that's my thought on that. 6 is it was 3, right? 3 is what you got. Then you got 5. So we gave you 2 extras because of health concerns. Then they added
1 more.
Technically, they added 2 more concussions, which means you could fake one.
Safety.
A goalkeeper can be like, "Oh, my head hurts," and get off the field.
Well,
right?
No, you actually have to get hit in the head.
How many times have guys gotten hit in the chest and they hold their head? Like, "Oh, my head hurts."
Yeah, but with VAR, you can actually see it now. So
you think they're going to check that? They're going to say for the safety of the player, they're going to be like, "You're good to go." So
yeah, no, I'm not a fan of this man the fuck up attitude. I'm not.
Nah, man, the fuck up. Rub some dirt in it, Hubert. The fuck you doing?
I'm a rub some dirt in it guy. Let's go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna rub some dirt in your fucking mouth, so you'll shut the fuck up. Let's keep going.
So before we wrap up, I do have just like let's say that penalty didn't happen Sunday night and or Saturday night. Let's say the penalty didn't happen and FC Dallas locks into a 1-0 lead and Vancouver's chasing it the whole game, right?
Yeah.
Is there a way for us to bring on a second keeper?
Play 2 keepers
with concussion protocol. Yeah.
No, 2 keepers on at the same time. Like just put Collodi and Jackson both in net, and just pull an outfielder back and just put 2 guys in net and let them. It's a crazy idea I had.
Just couch it in health and safety or some bullshit, and then they'll find a way to make it happen. Bring back goal.
If you have this many keepers, you got to find a way to get them involved.
Bring back goalkeeper wars, and we'll just have goalkeepers galore, baby. It's gonna be fantastic.
Make that the shootout. I'd rather see that than a friggin' PK.
I am wearing my goalkeeper jersey just specifically for this conversation.
Y'all are killing me. All right, well, shout out to VAR. New rules on the way. Shout out to hockey subs. I like hockey subs. I'm not really mad at it. It's just gonna be funny in soccer where everyone walks to the side and walks off. That'd be great.
It is really fun in a small-sided game to watch a hockey sub work right.
Yes. So that's pretty awesome. But so those are around the world here. We got FIFA, more subs, VAR fixing. I mean,
is it still Arsene Wenger in charge of all that?
For what? VAR around the world for FIFA?
No, just he's the rules guy now, right?
No, he hasn't been for a minute now.
Because he's the guy that implemented a lot of the stuff that we've seen over the last few years, right?
Yeah, we hate that guy. Mm-hmm. Don't remind us. All right, so shout out to everyone listening. Thanks for making it to the end, even if I clipped this part and you listened to just this part and then the end. Dallas Bear Guardians on everything. We look forward to seeing y'all this weekend. Shout out to the Golden Girls. Welcome back home. We'll see y'all at the Cotton Bowl. Shout out to those who made it out to the fair. I will say, of all the food we ate and drank, it was all trash and overpriced. The fair did say they're gonna be charging their vendors less maybe next year, so that the vendors can charge less, because I think they heard the
they definitely got some complaints this year.
Yeah, so hopefully next year is better. Wait, when does the World Cup roll right into the fair? When does the World Cup end?
No idea.
July-ish, right?
It might, yeah. We might
I
roll
think
right up into the fair. It might. They might even have a couple of overlapping weeks.
dope. That'd be
Interesting
dope.
thought.
That'd be
Interesting
pretty
thought.
awesome.
Hey, one more thing before we
Yeah, go
head
ahead.
out. This was, we've just wrapped up our regular season here. We were absolutely not expecting to be part of the postseason here, but I do
Speak
want
for
to just
yourself.
I do want to just take a moment, Marcus, to thank you for your service as president of DBG for these past 2 terms, and we really appreciate everything you have done. And I know we're gonna, this was gonna be your swan song here, but you've got to work for 2 more weeks at least.
Without, I will still be here. The podcast is my baby, along with some other stuff that we're working on. So, but yeah,
Absolutely.
no, it'll continue. I'm gonna be Mussolini the rest of my term here. The jerseys will arrive on time. That's my
Oh,
only
we get to
assignment for
hang
the rest
you?
of the year.
Awesome.
First of all, no, I'm gonna chew a tablet in the basement with my mistress and die like a proper man.
That's not Mussolini, baby.
I know, that's why I was making another joke. Yeah, the fascists. Yeah, so
The
ladies and
trains did
gentlemen,
not run on time, by the way. Look up history. That didn't actually happen.
But the jersey designs are submitted, finalized, and approved, and so stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Exciting.
All right,
Stick around. Check out our
share, and
socials.
subscribe for everything. Check out our socials, Dallas Guardians on everything. Dennis, go ahead and head us out.
I don't have the button this time, so I'm gonna need you to take us out.
That's right. Sorry. Oh,
Guardians out.
yeah, Guardians out. Hold on. Still recording.